So it's nearly been 48 hours since Tesla released their Q3 earnings report, and I had some time to study it because if you guys been watching my live stream, I was disappointed because we had a miss. However, though, it technically wasn't. That's the conclusion that I came when I was reading this report, and I wish I picked it up when I was doing the live stream because I would have been pumped. It was midnight, 1 a.m. when I was doing it. I was already tired and I was disappointed because it was a miss. But if I picked this up, I would have been juiced back up with energy again. But I took some time, I read it, and the fact that the stock went up the day after. Why did it go up? And the reasoning may not be what you think, because the reasoning is actually, the realization here is pretty interesting. So let's just get down to it. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go. And yes, I did bring back the pop filter because I see you guys in the comments. You guys are saying that some words do thump a lot. So I brought the pop filter back. I prefer it without it because I have more, range of movement, free range of movement, but it's all right. Whatever sounds better, I'm gonna do because I want y'all to hear me perfectly without any issues. So let's get down to it. Let's talk about the good stuff because there was a lot of good stuff in this report. First of all, record revenue, finally, right? $28.1 billion in record revenue. This was flipping awesome. Then we got record service revenue and profits, mainly the margin. We got almost 3.5 billion in revenue for services, which is 250 million to 300 million more than what I projected. But the profits were over 10% for the first time. CERN had an amazing chart. This is an amazing chart. This shows you how fast the services are going. And yes, superchargers, the revenue and profits of that is in here. Does get included in these services and others. Record energy, we knew this, almost 3.5 billion. It was a little over 3.4 billion, but a billion, almost 1.1 billion in gross profits. We called it here on the channel. We knew that this is going to be a billion gross profits for this quarter. We knew that. If you guys have been watching the channel for some time, we knew that. It was crystal clear, 100%. Record cash flow, insane $4 billion. Now this, I was really happy about this. And if you guys are watching my live stream, I was really happy about this. 4.6 billion in cash. Which other EV company out there, or robotics company out there, or robotaxi company out there is adding cash to their cash position and generating free cash flow? Like, this is insane. This is crazy. A sheesh moment indeed. But the EPS non-GAAP was 50 cents. Actually, it was 62 cents because there was a restructuring cost, which was around $238 million. In other words, retiring Dojo 2. Now, they're working on Dojo 3, but they're retiring Dojo 2. Now, this was interesting because I didn't even pick up on this. I don't know why, but this was the reason why operating cost was literally 238 million more than what I anticipated. I thought 3.2 billion, but it was actually 3.4.5 billion because of the 238 million one-time restructuring cost. This brought the EPS down to 50 cents, but if we remove that, 62 cents would have been a beat. Would have been a flippin' beat. In my eyes, this quarter was a beat. 62 cents. But because of this, 50 cents. That is insane. I wish I picked this up. That's all I'm trying to say. I wish I picked this up, but this was important to note. Now, this was the earnings report. Let's move to the earnings call because obviously that's what really mattered. I mean, when the earnings report came out, the stock went down only 1-2%. Then it went down 4%. Then the next day it went up 5-6%. That was flipping hilarious. But the realization came after, and I'm going to tell you guys in a bit. So many interesting things Elon dropped, and I made a supercut version of it. Things like no safety drivers in Austin by year end. This was really important. And he says that these things are usually a 3-month gig. If they're going to enter a new metropolitan city, these safety drivers are there for 3 months only. Then it's free of safety drivers. They don't need to have safety drivers. That I didn't know that it was 3 months, but now we know. This is something to look forward to every time when Tesla enters a new city. It's only 3 months for safety drivers. Cybercab production, we finally have a date, which is Q2 of 2026. Optimus ramp at the end of 2026. Optimus Gen 3 showcase in Q1 of 2026. Megapack 4 late 2026. AI 5 late 2026. And guys, 2026, I know it's like 2 months away, But Wall Street analysts, they always take 6 to 12 months in consideration into the future when they want to price things in. So all these things is looking to be priced in some way or shape or form. Because look, 12 months from now, it's the end pretty much of 2026. And this is what Wall Street looks at, always 6 to 12 months ahead. And man, I'll be honest, 2026, guys, is looking flippin' fire. It's looking flippin' fire. It's looking so good. We knew that 2025 was the foundation year. 2026 was the starting year of the S-curves. And we're going to see that throughout 2026. And I think we'll see the bare fruit of that in 2027 and 2028. There's a lot of interesting things, a lot of good things to look forward to. But the risks, we're going to talk about this for a second, because yes, the earnings call, I would give it a 5, 6 out of 10. It was the same thing what Elon's been saying. Of course, he gave us some new information, some new important news and stuff like that. But when it comes to the call, he was very emphasized on one thing, and I think you guys know what it is. But let's talk about the risks here, because the stock is still in the low mid 400s. For the kind of report that came out, yes, it was a miss, and in hindsight, it's actually a beat. The stock would have tanked a bit more. But again, this is Tesla. For the past 1 year, for the past 4 quarters, 5 quarters, analysts don't really care about what Tesla reports on a quarterly basis anymore. They care about the guidance, and the guidance was not bad. Again, 6 out of 10 because it was mainly repetitive stuff. But there was that one thing. That is pretty much standing in the way of everything. But I'll get to that. Let's talk about the risks for a second, because after this earnings call and report, there is no risks of competition threats. Like, there's no threats of that. Because if we look at Tesla's insane cash flow, $4 billion in this one quarter, while other companies in the same field, you could say companies that are making robots and robotaxis, they are burning cash and they have to generate money through investors. They have to ask for money. They got to raise capital. Tesla does not need to do that. So the risk of that is not there. The risk of other competition doesn't exist after this quarter in my eyes. Not anymore. It's not Waymo. It's not Figure. It's not none of these guys. None of them. None of them. Right? There's no risk of product failure anymore because FSD is working. Before, 2, 3, 4 years ago, one of the biggest fear is that Tesla can't solve self-driving. It's too complex. They need LiDAR. They need all this stuff. There's not vision only, but they pretty much solved it in my opinion. It's pretty much done. It's just, there's some tweaks here and there, but they pretty much solved it. So there's no risk of product failure here. And it's not even Optimus either, because Optimus is ahead of everybody else in terms of scaling, financially, intelligently. So it's not even Optimus. So what is this one thing that's really holding, or the thing that's really a big threat to Tesla right now and the shareholders and investors? Well, you guys already know what it is. It's the shareholder voting thing. It's the thing that I've been stressing here for the past weeks, months, talking about it. Elon said it clearly that he is uncomfortable scaling intelligent humanoid robots only to be ousted by some activists. And he has right. I give him the full right here. Just look at Elon's 2018 compensation plan. Someone with 9 shares, man. 9 shares. Bruh. Like, that is blood boiling. The fact that we've had 2 times the chance to vote on the 2018 compensation. Both were majority 70% plus for. And yet, it's still being held up because some dude from 9 shares and because of lawyers, and they want to be paid in Tesla stock too. It's just ridiculous. And if I was in Elon's shoes, I'll be like, no, this is too risky. You know, we went through the right ways. We got the vote. The vote was majority overwhelmingly for this. And now only a guy with 9 shares and greedy lawyers and an activist judge can just stop it. No, I want my 25% at least. And I think you should get more in my opinion, but he should get 25. I should get 25% so I don't get ousted out. This is AGI robotics intelligently, where it's going to come to your home, teach your kids, do the work, do white collar work, blue collar work. And we don't want some guy or some activist to sit there and say, we're going to teach them to teach everyone woke stuff, right? I don't want to get too much into that, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And Gally said it perfectly here. of the threat here. He says, it's crazy how the biggest threat to Tesla right now has nothing to do with the company's financials, technology, or anything Elon Musk did. It's a shareholder vote, all because of a Delaware judge voided something Tesla shareholders approved with 70% majority twice. So annoying. This is exactly it. It's not flipping Google. It's not flipping Elon. It's not anything to do with the competition, microenvironments, nothing. It's a shareholder flipping vote. That's what it is. It's insane. What's dangerous here, guys, is that someone with bad intentions running a company that's more capable and smarter than humans. This is humanoid robots. And Tesla's making intelligent, but that's going to be smarter than you and I, robots. And we don't want someone with bad intentions running that. And it could get very flippin' ugly. And we know that Elon isn't the dangerous one because think about it. Elon has 50% or close to 50% of SpaceX. What bad has he done there? The dude has done reusable rockets, has landed rockets. He's pushing humanity forward. Neuralink is another example he has a good chunk of. Boring Company has a good example. XAI. Elon is this type of leader and person that doesn't have bad intentions. He just wants to be protected in a way where some stupid activist doesn't come kick him out because he feels like it. Like ISS and Glass Lewis, those guys, they've been voting against good things that if their recommendation go through, it would have been very bad for society. And Elon does mention that as well. And you know what? I am more comfortable and I do want Elon to get more percentage from Tesla. Give him 30%, give him 35%. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Elon leaving. That's what I'm worried about. And that's the biggest threat right now. And I don't think Elon is going to leave after, but he's not going to take Tesla to the full potential it wants. And trust me, we do not want Elon to leave Tesla or to let another company lead the way in humanoid robots. And that other company is not going to be a US company. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to be Chinese. Imagine CCP, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Anywho, I made a video about this with Kathy Woods dropping bombshells or truth bombs, not bombshells, truth bombs on this. You guys can check the video here. And she agrees, and the whole ARC team agrees that you want to give more percentage to Elon. You don't want to take away from him. So that is very important. And you know what, guys? There are very few people and CEOs that can do impossible tasks when it comes to AI, robotics, technology. But when it comes to the impossible tasks, the things that are extremely hard, like solving self-driving, like using reusable rockets or rockets landing themselves, things like that, there's only one person who can do that, and that's Elon Musk. And that is probably one of the biggest, not probably, is the biggest asset in Tesla right now for the next 5 years. Once, Optimus is scaled up to crazy to what it is after he gets his vote, of course, Elon can appoint someone that he trusts and he can go on to Mars. That's the whole idea of it, right? That's the whole thinking that's what Elon wants to do. He wants to go to Mars. But of course, he will appoint a successor who he can 100% trust and be within the guidelines of Tesla. This is why it's important to vote for the comp package and keep Elon in Tesla. In the long term, we all are going to benefit. And it's it's possible, but it's an impossible task. Bring the company to 8.5 trillion plus the milestones plus other things, then get your compensation package. This is 6-7x the company from where it is now. Then take 1 trillion in stock options that you can't sell for 5. Come on. No CEO would accept this. No one. Going back to the title of this video, why has the stock gone up even though the earnings were bad? Now, when we look at it, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Because Wall Street knows that the only risk right now is a flippin' vote. And we know that the vote's going to pass. We know. I'm predicting a vote over 80% is going to pass. I think those who are voting against this are stupid and they should sell their shares. If you guys are voting against it, you guys should sell. But I'm pretty sure majority of you guys watching this video are not thinking that and are voting for it, not against it. And I do think a lot of funds here are looking at this and saying that this is a very reasonable and a very impressive way to bring the company up to 8.5 trillion to what it is. And the payout, I think he should get more, in my opinion. It's worth it. Get $1 trillion, bring the company to nearly 10 trillion and take $1 trillion in stock. That is amazing. And I think this is tremendous value for shareholders. And if they vote against it, you're an idiot. They're idiots. So this is why I think I'm confident over 80% this is going to get approved. But you have to go out there and vote. If you guys haven't voted, go out there and vote, man. Come on. Sheesh. In the meantime, because I know we're going to have a good future with Tesla, this is how many shares you guys need today to retire off. Not financial advice, but I think it's worth a look. Subscribe, guys. Become a channel member so you're supporting me, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Let's go!